Welcome to Match Point, your weekend destination for the biggest stories in the world of sport. This week, cricket once again takes the center stage as India look to win the series against South Africa in the third ODI match, and 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup groups are set, and the FIFA Men's World Cup groups are out by the FIFA. And if you take a look, other domestic things, India junior men's hockey team held their nerves to beat Belgium in a high-octane quarter-final clash at the Hockey Men's Junior World Cup in Chennai. All that and much more coming up in the next half hour. So let's get started. Now, first talking about the third ODI between India and South Africa at the Vizag. India's bowling attack, led by spin maestro Kuldeep Yadav and Prasidh Krishna, bundled out South Africa for 270 runs in the third ODI in Visakhapatnam. Pacer Prasidh Krishna took 4 wickets, leading India's fight back as South Africa were bowled out for 270. Prasidh Krishna repaid the head coach Gautam Gambhir and captain KL Rahul's fate, derailing the South Africa's innings by taking the wickets of Matthew Breetzke, Eddie Markram, centurion Quinton in the middle overs, and Kuldeep Yadav also played a crucial role, grabbing 4 wickets himself. Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli were excellent in the field, with both taking sharp catches. Quinton smashed 106 for the Proteas. India need to win in order to clinch the series and avoid a second straight ODI series defeat. And to analyze this series decider, I'm joined by my colleague Gaurav. Gaurav, a very warm welcome. 270 scored by South Africa. How you look this target? Can South Africa defend this, considering the fact that in the evening there will be a lot of dew?
First of all, I would like to say, Narayan, that as the South Africa was going in the beginning, thinking of that, keeping of that in the mind, it is not a sufficient target what they have set. But yes, now the dew will come and it will be really will be going to be a difficult task for the Africans bowler. So how they will now bowl, but if in the early they can achieve 2 or 3 wickets, then it will be going really difficult for the Indian side, because as we have seen in the earlier matches, though you have Virat Kohli, you have Rohit Sharma, and you are heavily depending on these two. So first of all, you need to bring a good partnership, a good opening partnership. But if we come to the Indian batters, well, Rohit is all set, but taking to the Yashasvi Jaiswal, he has not come up to his mark in the last 2 ODIs. So this is this is what Indian camp will be keeping in their mind. You have a target which can be easily achievable, but what you have to you have to be careful from overconfidence. So looking this target is not much tougher for the Indian batters, but what you have to do, you have to play a sensible cricket, mind of cricket. You don't have to go for 6 or 4 on every ball. And that what the team management is also telling to the players also. So all if we see that this team has shown a good comeback from the first 2 ODIs, especially if we talk about Prasidh Krishna, because as we have seen him in the last 2 ODIs, he was very much expensive. But coming in this match, if we look about first 2 overs of him, he got off 27 runs without a wicket. But after that, he comes back in the second spell and taking 39 runs, giving 39 runs and taking 4 wickets, and especially very crucial wickets were there for the India. So all in all, it's a good and best performance coming from the Indian side. But yes, best has yet to come from the batters now, because this is the match which will decide the series where we'll go.
Definitely, this is the match which will decide the series, Gaurav. But the way our middle order, especially in the previous match, we saw the run rate, they were not up to the mark. As if you take a look, after 34 overs, we were at the point of 34 overs, we are far ahead of the South Africa. But after that, the run rate couldn't match our lower middle order. So do you think they will take some lessons from that match, and here they will try to accelerate that thing?
Yeah, a lot of things will be depending on the openers, on the if you, as you have said about the middle order. Yes, what they have come to change. We have seen that Washington Sundar has been out from this squad and now from the playing 11, and Tilak Verma getting inside. So they know that they have to sharpen their batting lineup, because they are struggling. Their middle order is struggling, and not only a middle order. What we have seen in the last match, that though Virat Kohli has played a wonderful knock, but if we see Kohli, he's taken 12 balls to achieve a century. He was at the 90, and from there he takes 12 balls. So it all reflects that in all that manner, that where you have taken 12 balls. If you go on a open-minded, you can get
Right.
30 or 35 runs from there. So that also reflect, but we can't blame Ravin Jadeja, we can't blame Washington Sundar, but yes, your lower order is not performing as the other opponent team are performing.
Right,
So
Gaurav. Right, Gaurav, as you mentioned that they need to accelerate at a better rate, because we lost the last two matches because of that thing, but dew was a factor. Thanks, Gaurav, for joining us and giving a valuable perspective on the third ODI between India and South Africa in Vizag. Thanks a lot. Now on to the second Ashes Test at Gaba. At stumps on day 3, England have finished their second innings at 134 for 6, trailing Australia by 43 runs. Scott Boland, Michael Nesser and Mitchell Starc took 2 wickets each to put England under pressure heading into day 4 tomorrow. Earlier on day 3, Australia go all out for 511, taking a massive lead of 177 before the start of the second innings. For Australia, pacer Mitchell Starc became the highest run scorer with his 77-run knock. All the 11 batters managed to reach the double figures, which has happened for the first time for the Australia since 1992. In their first innings, England were bundled out for 344, with Starc taking 6 wickets. And India has announced their squad for the upcoming 5-match T20 series against South Africa starting from December 9. India's T20 vice captain Shubman Gill has been cleared by the sports science team of the BCCI Centre for Excellence to play the opening T20 against South Africa, later successfully completing his rehabilitation from neck injury sustained during the Kolkata Test. India have retained the T20 squad that was successful in the T20 series in Australia, with their star all-rounder Hardik Pandya returning to the fold. The top order will feature Shubman Gill, Abhishek Sharma along with skipper Suryakumar Yadav. Returning Hardik Pandya will bolster the middle order, which includes Shivam Dube, Akshar Patel and wicketkeeper batter Jitesh Sharma and Sanju Samson. Meanwhile, the pace battery featuring the likes of Arshdeep Singh and Harshit Rana will be led by Jasprit Bumrah. And shifting focus to football, the FIFA World Cup 2026 group stage was mapped out after a glittering final draw ceremony in Washington, D.C.'s John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts on Friday night. The 2026 World Cup will kick off on June 11 with a joint host Mexico playing with South Africa at the newly renovated Azteca Stadium. Fellow hosts, the United States and Canada, will join the party with the next day against Paraguay and the playoff. South Africa are appearing for the first time since 2010, while the Scots are appearing in the finals for the first time since 1998. England will start against Croatia, who beat them in the 2018 semi-finals. Defending champions Argentina were grouped with Algeria, Australia, Jordan, France. And France's first games will be against Senegal in a repeat of one of the biggest tournament upset. The 48 teams were divided into 12 groups of 4 to produce a mammoth 104 matches scheduled across 16 cities in the US, Canada and Mexico. And now let's take a look at the division of groups for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Let's take a look at the Group A. There will be Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, and the European playoff D. I'm talking about the Group B. There will be Canada, European playoff A, Qatar, and Switzerland. And talking about the Group C, the heavyweight Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. Now, talking about the Group D, where the host United States will be there along with Paraguay, Austria, and European playoff C team. And the Group E, Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. And talking about the Group F, there will be Netherlands, Japan, European playoff B, and Tunisia. And Group G, where there will be Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. And Group F, where the Spain, the former champions, Cape de Verde, one of the smallest countries, Saudi Arabia, the Asian heavyweights, and Uruguay will be there. And the Group I, where the former champions France, followed by Senegal, FIFA playoff 2 team, and Norway will also there. Group J, Argentina, the defending champions, Algeria, Australia, and Jordan. A big tricky group. And Group K, Portugal, FIFA playoff 1 qualifier, and Uzbekistan along with Colombia. And one of the favorites in Group L will be England, 3 Lions, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. Tough group, we can say the 2 heavyweights. So it's going to be one of the biggest World Cups so far in the history. Now let's analyze how the 14-team World Cup will work. The draw for the 2026 FIFA World Cup is out, and the football's biggest experiment is officially underway. For the first time, the World Cup will feature 48 teams divided into 12 groups of 4. That means the world football giants are more spread out, and the nation with little football history now have a real chance to shine on the global stage. Fans across continents can finally hope to see their own countries to play in the World Cup, something far less likely in the old 32-team era. The expanded format is a part of FIFA's push to globalize the game to reach more fans and tap into the massive stadiums, audiences across the United States, Canada, and Mexico. The tri-nation hosts are well equipped to handle more teams and more matches than ever before. But the big questions, is bigger really better? Critics say the new draw exposes a major risk. Lopsided matches. With more weaker teams in the mix, the early rounds could see one-sided scorelines. And with the tournaments jumping from 64 to 104 matches, there are growing concern about the player fatigue, viewer burnout, and the sheer logistical challenges of moving teams across different venues spread over a huge distance and the multiple time zones. Yet, there is another side of the story. This expanded World Cup also opens the door for the underdog stories, surprise upsets, and the new football markets waiting to be discovered. For many smaller nations, just making it to the draw is historic and a big thing, and could spark a footballing revolution back home. So, as the world reacts to the newly announced groups, one thing is clear: the 48-team World Cup is a high-stake gamble. If it brings closer contest, fresh narratives, and the global growth, it could redefine the football's biggest stage for the generation. If not, it risks becoming a long, bloated tournament that dampens the magic of the FIFA Football World Cup. So it's going to be great. Let's see how it pans out when the World Cup will start in 2026. Now, moving to some domestic story, the 4th edition of Srijan, the art and craft workshop, concluded in New Delhi, celebrating the creativity of athletes of the Special Olympics Bharat, athletes with intellectual disability. Organized by CWS, Special Olympic Bharat, Uttar Pradesh, and the NGMA, the workshop showcased inspiring artwork, guided training by renowned artists. Union Minister Satish Chandra Upadhyay and B.L. Verma praised the talent and determination of the participants. And President of the Special Olympic Bharat, Dr. Malika Nadda, called Srijan a movement that celebrates abilities.
हमारे दिव्यांगजन जो स्पेशल ओलंपिक्स भारत के हमारे खिलाड़ी हैं, एथलीट्स हैं, इनको एक ये अवसर प्रदान हो रहा है कि इनमें जो प्रतिभाएं हैं उसको हम देख सके, समझ सके और एबिलिटीज़ को पहचानते हुए उनको समाज की मुख्य धारा से जोड़ने का प्रयास करें.
The president of the Special Olympic Bharat Uttar Pradesh, Mukesh Shukla, said that the Srijan, the art, reflect the resilience and strength and can become a source of livelihood for the special athletes.
मानसिक दिव्यांग बच्चों के जीवन में कला के माध्यम से कैसे परिवर्तन आए, इसका एक प्रयास है ये। पहले साल हमने जब इसको शुरू किया था एक छोटे स्वरूप में 6 आर्टिस्ट और लगभग 100 के आसपास बच्चों ने इसमें हिस्सा लिया। अभी हम पूरे 2 महीने के एक प्रोग्राम के साथ आए हैं कि पहले ये आनंद उत्सव की तरह हम इसको मनाते थे पर दिन, लेकिन अभी आनंद उत्सव से आजीविका उत्सव की तरह ये कैसे बदले, इसका हम प्रयास कर रहे हैं। और इस प्रयास में हम ये कर रहे हैं कि आज ये बच्चे यहाँ पर आर्ट वर्क को सीखेंगे, फिर 2 महीने तक ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग, फिजिकल ट्रेनिंग, अलग अलग अपने मेंटर्स के साथ मिलकर ट्रेनिंग लेंगे अपने घरों में, उनके स्टूडियो में जाकर। फिर 26 जनवरी के आसपास 4 दिन के लिए हम एक कैंप लगा कर इनके आर्ट वर्क को इकट्ठा करेंगे और फिर फरवरी में एक एग्जीबिशन लगाएंगे जो इंक्लूसिव एग्जीबिशन होगी, जिसमें हमारे ये सभी मेंटर आर्टिस्ट जो बड़े कलाकार हैं और ये नन्हे कलाकार, ये मिलकर एक इंक्लूसिव आर्ट एग्जीबिशन हम दिल्ली में लगाएंगे।
And India has, we know that, has officially been confirmed as the host for the 2030 Commonwealth Games, and the para high jumper as well as Arjuna awardee Sharad Kumar says it's a proud moment for the nation. Speaking to DD India, he added that hosting these prestigious games reflect India's growing stature in the global sports. India gets the hosting rights for the 2030 Commonwealth Games, a big achievement for the Indian sports arena. Right now I'm joined by Sharad, the legendary para-athlete. Sharad, a very warm welcome. India, again, second time hosting these coveted games. Also, how you look at this achievement for the Indian sports fraternity?
It is a proud and privileged moment, and also the fact that this is towards 2036 Olympic Games and also to 2047 Viksit Bharat vision. So I think it is in a great way to showcase what our country potential is, not just as a participant for the competitions, but also as an host to big events. And we are going to show the whole world how we can organize and keep the sports alive in our country and everywhere else.
Sharad, if you talk about hosting of the games, we saw the many countries, the so-called big nations of the world, they just pulled out from these games. In that scenario, India is coming up and just hosting these multi-sports events. How you look the change scenario in the Indian sports?
It is a social responsibility. We are supposed to give it to the country. For the country, we are supposed to promote sports. Not everything is about to be financial benefit. It is for the country, for the people. So I think India is always choosing it's a socialist country, and the way it is choosing for the people, I think that is a way forward. And I'm happy that the government always at the end, when other country backs out, we take it in, because of the fact that sports doesn't not means economic terms or economic dependency. So in that manner, I think I'm proud that our leadership always chooses to host events and promote sports in every possible context.
India is not only hosting the mega events, but our athletes too is trying to get at the right position in the points table. Hopefully, the way things are going, India will be the second home of the world sport the way things are going on. Camera person Jana, Narayan Singh, DD India, Delhi. The 6th National Parachuting Championship opened at the Dr. Karni Singh Shooting Range in Delhi on Friday. A colorful cultural program marked the start of the event. This year's championship is the biggest edition so far, featuring 23 teams and a record 514 parachuters from across the country. In a remarkable sign of growing inclusiveness, Indian parasports, over 30% of the participants are women, highlighting increased representation and rising interest among the female para-athletes. Rajasthan has the largest contingent with 69 athletes. Haryana and Uttar Pradesh follow closely. The tournament aims not only to identify the medal prospect for the future international competition, but also to inspire young para-athletes to take up the competitive shooting. With high energy, strong participation and a commitment to excellence, the 6th National Para Shooting Championship promises an action-packed and inspiring sporting spectacle.
We are very happy to see the progress of parachuting. It's a very technical game. It is a game which involves a lot of skill, lot of patience and lot of international level infrastructure to be able to train. And these competitions are clearly showing that India is towards the rise and especially even in para sports as a sporting nation now. The inclusive policies are giving immense opportunities to persons with disabilities to choose sports as a medium of change, not only for themselves but also to bring about a change in the environment ecosystem where they live.
It's such a promising treat to see what a nursery of good of the youngsters that we over here, and combining in which more than half of them are girls, you know, who are the young ones who are competing in this nationals over here.
Meanwhile, the chairman of the parachuting, Jai Prakash Nautiyal, says parasports in India are on remarkable rise. Speaking exclusively to DD India, he revealed that 159 para-athletes have secured government jobs since 2021, reflecting the growing support system and recognition for parasports in the country. In the last 7 years, India's parachuters delivered exceptional performance on the global stage, winning 240 international medals and getting 40 world records. The 6th edition of the National Parachuting Championship is taking place at the Kearney Singh Shooting Range, and right now I am joined by the chairman of the parachuting, which comes under the Paralympic Committee of India, Jai Prakash Nautiyal ji. Sir, a very warm welcome. The 6th edition has been started. So how you look overall this initiative, especially as you mentioned that you want to host this event?
Many shooters actually, they get the gradation. So they have a process of gradation. So on that basis, they get the cash incentives or cash prizes. Even few are offered jobs. So like for your reference, I'd like to tell you that almost around 159 parachuters has been offered government jobs in different states since 2021. And if I say that we have won actually almost 240 international medals in these 7 years, and we have almost around 40 world records. So what happens with these credentials? They actually get that recognition. They get actually, if I say, those services, those cash prizes in their particular states. So that is actually, this is a starting point. And secondly, national actually is mandatory for all the athletes to get selected actually for the international competitions.
Our shooters are also getting employment through their performance, through such events, and also getting very important exposure an athlete requires. So overall, tell something about this event, how many athletes are participating, how you will organize this event, something about that.
We have around 514 shooters. They are participating into it, and 23 states are there. If I say exactly 20 states and 3 departments, Army, BSF and CRPF is also participating in this. The participation of women is increasing, participation of junior is increasing. That's actually quite increasing. So as a organizer actually, because all the technical officials, they are internationally actually certified. The medical classified, they are internationally certified. Even every norms has been actually kept as per international standards. So that's what actually makes it more special actually, that everything has been done actually conforming the IPC, the WSPS we call, PCI, and parachuting norms and rules and regulations.
So definitely the event is of international standard and will give the exposure of the international kind to athletes, and definitely with this they will learn a lot more and win more medals for the international event like Paralympics and Asian Paralympics, and hoping that it's the start and the trajectory will increase as our country will host more and more such events. Spirited Indian junior men's hockey team held their nerves to beat Belgium in shootout 4-3 in a high-octane quarter-final clash at the Hockey Men's Junior World Cup in Chennai. Prince Singh was the hero of the match with some of the incredible saves in the shootout that brought about glimpses of his coach P.R. Srijesh, the former custodian of the India senior team. Next up, India will take on 7-time champions Germany in the semi-final on 7th December. And that's all we have for you on Match Point this week, where passion truly meets the performance. Keep up the sporting spirit alive and join us next week for more action, insights and inspiration from World of Sports. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.